In this day and time, I think it's very key and very important that we get down to the root of the questions, to the root of the thoughts and beliefs and ideas that we have. We cannot be afraid to ask the questions. We cannot be afraid to answer those questions within ourselves. But we have to be willing to go there within ourselves in order to do so. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times we're just afraid because we don't want to really reveal the truth of it about ourselves or within ourselves. And that is very key and very important if you are to elevate and ascend. You see what I'm saying? It's very important that we are not afraid to ask those questions and to answer those questions and be truthful and honest within ourselves about ourselves. You see what I'm saying? One of the things that has been on my mind here within the last week is about money. And when I say money, I mean if I am serving my purpose, if I am utilizing the gifts, the talents, and the abilities that I have come equipped with in this journey, then the last thing that I should be dealing with is a lack of money. Because if I'm utilizing my gifts, my talents, and my abilities, obviously to assist others, but also to assist myself, then all things are supposed to align in my assisting. All things are supposed to align in assisting me. You see what I'm saying? And understand, when I say money, I'm not even, think about it. We're not even talking about gold and silver. You know, we're not talking about some shit from the goddamn 1920s and no shit like that. We're talking about some paper, fiat notes, currency. You see what I'm saying? Some shit, some paper that somebody authenticated and said, this is the money of the day. Paper, currency, fiat notes. You see what I'm saying? And hell, even further than that, in this day and time, when you say money, it ain't even just the damn paper notes. It's just a punch of a computer. You see what I'm saying? Somebody say, hey, here's $500, 500, enter. Now you have $500 in your bank account. You see what I'm saying? So from that simplistic form or from that simplistic thought, then why is this, then the receiving of paper currency, fiat notes, should not be some shit that we are struggling to receive in this day and time. I'm sorry, but I know a lot of people feel like you got to work, day and night. You got to, work 8, 9, 10 hours on a damn job in order to receive it. Well, I reject that. I reject that idea. I reject that I got to work my fingers to the bone in order to receive some shit called paper, fiat notes, money, currency, notes. You see what I'm saying? And understand something. Let me say this real quick because I know how some people get. They hear this shit and they'll say, "Oh, this nigga crazy. He talking about he wouldn't get a job." I'm not saying that I wouldn't get a job. I'm not saying that I'm opposed to having a job. I'm saying that is something that we should not have to even be subjected to. Just like I'm saying that being caught up in how I'm gonna pay a bill is not something that we should even be subjected to in this day and time, based on some shit called paper, fiat notes. You see what I'm saying? Paper. All I'm saying, so I'm simply saying again, for those that are truly utilizing their gifts, their talents, their abilities to assist others on their journey, that all these things are supposed to align to assist us as well. And the last thing that we are supposed to be concerned about is some paper, fiat notes. The last thing we should be concerned about is how I'm going to pay this bill. How am I going to pay for this? How am I going to pay for that? That's some bullshit. There's something very strange about that to me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just simply saying again, I think it's very key and very important, especially for myself, to not be afraid to go there within me. You know what I mean? What is it about me? Why have I not, broken that dam, so to speak, for the currency to flow in my life? That's why I like to call it currency. I like to call it currency because it flows, because it's energy. You see what I'm saying? Why have I not broken that dam so that currency can flow into my life more abundantly, more freely, more consistently? What is it about me? What have I not connected? What have I not understood within myself? Because again, the lack of it or the concern of it, to me, is just some nonsense. It's unnecessary. You see what I'm saying? It's unnecessary. This life, and some people may call me crazy, this life I truly believe is supposed to be easy. It is not supposed to be based in no stress. You know what I mean? It ain't supposed to be based in stress and stressing out about some shit called paper, fiat notes, or how I'm going to pay a bill. This shit is supposed to be easy. see what I'm saying? So we got to get to that place within ourselves. How the fuck do I have this shit be easier for me? Not how do I make it harder, but how do I make this shit easier? Because again, paper fiat notes currency is not something that I should be concerning myself with in terms of how do I get it or not having enough of it. You see what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. We're not talking about love. You know what I mean? We're not talking about, connecting with somebody in a quote-unquote loving relationship or in a so-called romantic relationship. Or we're not even talking about, how do we get to that place of love? I mean, how do we get to that place of joy and happiness within ourselves? We're just talking about some paper fiat notes. You know what I mean? Some goddamn currency. So again, I am not afraid to ask myself these questions or to go there within myself. And I encourage you all to do the same thing. Do not be afraid to ask yourself these questions. Do not be afraid to go there within yourself, because you will discover all the answers that you need to discover. You'll become more free by doing so. So go there. Do not be afraid. Ask yourself the questions, and then at the same time, answer the questions. Peace.